Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Early Tuesday morning, like 12:30, something like that. Tired, but I can't sleep. I've been thinking about the people in this country and people all over the world that are suffering. People who are homeless and hungry, jobless, don't have health care, going through some real terrible times, living in the streets in tents, eating out of garbage cans, robbing, stealing, selling drugs, selling your bodies, trying to survive. And the reason that these things occur, I know that they occur as a symptom of a failed system, a failed government, a failed God, a failed everything. And all of the people are responsible. Most of them are responsible for a lack of knowledge. But the truth of the matter is, there are a lot of them that know exactly what they're doing and they're enjoying it. For instance, you know when a bully comes around, he doesn't have any problem tripping off, intimidating. Feels good, whether it's in the park or in a club. He's a bully coming in trying to scare folks. So they get off on that. That's why you see so many people with guns and things. Bullies, trying to scare people. They have no respect for life. They'll just do anything. And most people don't know anything about life, the real secrets of life, so they humble up, bow down, and sell their souls just trying to live another day longer, knowing or forgetting that they're going to have to die one day anyway. And I can think of no better way to die than to stand up. Stand up for who and whatever you are. But there's things, as I see it all around me, I see this suffering through exploitation. The government is supposed to, as I've indicated, it's supposed to be the compilation of the ideas and aspirations of the people. The people. In this democracy, it means that all of us. Well, it has failed all of us. Like I said, you got some gated communities, you got ghettos, you got dilapidation. Government has failed. Then you got those that supposedly supposed to keep people on a solid rock and compassion for one another. That's the spiritual level, and that has failed because people don't care about one another, and they don't even care about God. And the reason they don't care about God is because they don't know God. You see, God has been being pimped. And I want to say that because I want all the people to know that you don't know God. You heard about God in a book, people telling you about God, and they tell you about God because they know God. They don't know God. If they know God, they wouldn't be telling you about God in the book. Everybody that knows God as a personal experience. And anybody that knows God in a personal experience don't really need a book. Now you can use a book, but the talk that you got don't walk until you walk. And when you walk, people listen. So don't worry about that. But when you think about a pimp, usually they're usually females. Well, the pimp is a male and the females are the ones that can make the money. And you know what they do. And they bring that money back and give it to a pimp. Right? They go do the work, look good, commit any kind of act, make that money, come back and put it in somebody else's hand. Now, look at these other preachers. The Olsteins, the Pat Robertson, all these guys, you know who they are. Big shots, dollars, whatever. They talk about this prosperity preaching. That's pimping. That's pimping. Only thing now, they're not just sending the women out to sell their bodies. They're setting men, children, and women down and got a book and using their skills, that same skill that'll send a woman sell her body. They're using that same skill on those words. They got those people. They're not going, well, we don't know if they're selling their bodies or not. But wherever they're getting that money from, they're bringing it back into this location and giving it to the pimp, the preacher. Now, why do I call the preacher the pimp? Because he ain't doing nothing for God. Everything he's doing it for himself. Everything he's doing, every word he used that book for, he's doing it for himself. He's not doing a doggone thing for God. Because if he cared about God, it would be shown in the people that's hurting. It would be shown those people that the buildings are tearing down, got nowhere to live, living in the streets. And they want planes so they can walk around trying to pimp some more people overseas. But that's the way of the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you this kind of stuff. I'm not choosing this group or that group. I'm telling you, everybody. Everybody. That means you and me and us. We are all lost. Now, the thing that would keep us from being lost is if and when we wake up, and the evidence of our not being lost is what we will do to change things for people that's hurting. To change things for people that's hurting. We got one life to live. And eating a meal, and breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and having sex at night, anything after that is a repeat. So do something that requires constant new stuff. What is that? Creating change. Man, you know, I wish I could sometime come back and we can just talk. You can listen to me talk, and I can laugh and be cheerful and jolly. I can't do that because there's too much pain, and we the people ignoring it. So stop pimping.